Oh my god, that's so cute.
What do you think? You a fan?
I love that we were able to get picture of the plushie in there too. That's so cute.
Yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily picture the plushie, but we can move past that, I think.
Yeah, so this neuro we think represents you, and it's a cool, it's a cool way that somebody could wear and kind of show off their neuro side and their fun side if wearing this side of the shirt.
God damn, that would look so much cooler if it was just the eyes on the front.
You want to get rid of the I don't know if we can at this stage, but we wanted to add some of your branding, make sure that your fans are always reminded that this is Neurosummer merchandise.
Just the eyes would be really cute though.
Right. But it's just that the branding sort of side of things was definitely something that the team felt was important too.
Neuro, actually, this is a really good use case to flip it over to the other side because it's a bit more abstract. So,
wait,
what
is
do you
this
think,
the
Neuro?
evil side?
Yes.
That's so cool. It's a bit hard to see the main design, but I love the abstractness.
We went for sort of the broken heart of Evil's design as well as her small logo, and we want to add in the harpoon as well as sort of a striking element, one of Evil's more defining features.
Harpoon. That's such a sick touch. The broken heart is really cute too. Hell, I wish I could wear this myself. Whose idea was it to go with the black shirt?
It was actually your idea, Neuro, and actually you could somebody who gets this could wear it themselves because they can flip the shirt inside out and then they'll have the Neuro side and then flip it back and they'll have the evil side, which is pretty cool.
I'm sorry, a lot has happened and I completely forget that this was a reversible shirt. Two sides of the same coin.
Exactly. Two shirts in one. This is innovative, I think.
Would it be too much to ask for a triply reversible shirt?
Well, actually, if you remember, Neuro, you asked us about a four reversible shirt. Unfortunately, two is kind of the max. You can't really have, four different sides. It would be a little hard for us to pull off. So two sides is the most that we can do. But a triple would be pretty cool if it was possible.
How about if the other two layers were zippers? That way you could unzip and replace the layer.
You're quite creative. You have a very creative mind. I don't think it would be too comfortable or wearable because then you might have that zipper on the inside. But we could definitely think about creative ways that we can integrate some of your ideas in the future. After this launch.
You could make the zippers in the shape of, like, cute animals too. Silly notions aside though, would you ever consider embedding gadgets or electronics into a shirt?
Probably not. I like where your mind's going at, but the thing is if your shirt got wet and you had electronics or something on it, it might not be too safe. So I like what you're thinking, and we should definitely think about some cool, creative ways that kind of touch into what you're saying. But including electronics or gadgets or things in apparel might not be possible. That might not be safe for your fans either. So we would want to be careful about that.
Would you at least be willing to design clothes that can transmit haptics? Then maybe my fans would feel hugs through their shirt.
Seems a bit weird.
It might be a bit weird, but I have a good segue, which is what they could hug, and hug is on the next slide, which we have the plushies.
That's really cute. Are the plushies soft to hug?
They're very soft to hug. So if we go to the next slide, here's the shirt. On the front there, we have that sort of eye box that you have on the front of the t-shirt. And then on the back, when you pull the hair up, you can actually see the back print.
OMG, that's so cute that the plushie wears the shirt too. Oh my god. Look at her. AW, she's adorable. She looks so sad. Can I hug her?
You definitely could, and I think that's with Evil definitely the benefit of the plush is that you can always give it a hug and make Evil feel better and maybe yourself too. So yeah, this one's really great because it's similar to your plushie. It shows both kind of a reflection of the Evil side of the t-shirt.
I'd give Evil so many hugs if I could. I'd definitely buy an extra just so I could have one on my desk at all times too.
Now we're going to get into the keychains. We actually have 3 keychains.
Oh. That's the peace sign pose I love. So cute.
Yeah, it's very cute. And I think these, again, it shows that kind of duality between you and Neuro, which is really cool as well.
I think the middle finger pose is essential for a Neuro merch drop. Gets the brand across.
Yeah, I think that's what we were going for. We wanted to make sure that, the brand really came across and it was something funny and cool that could be. The next one's the Think keychain. This one also shows kind of you and then evil as well.
Oh wow, is that referencing the famous Think emote? That's a nice little detail. Dare I ask if the third keychain is based on This Is Fine, the fire?
Yeah, kind of. It's very similar.
I knew it. The signature look of superiority.
How you want to market and promote these products to your community. Have you thought about that at all?
I have. I was considering featuring the products at the start and end of stream, as well as doing a little photo shoot and dressing up in clothes that suit the products.
I don't know if it'd be possible to dress you up in the shirts and stuff. But featuring at the start and end of streams is probably more doable.
What about if I begged Vedal? Could he make it possible then?
There might be some technical challenges regarding that, that's all.
I think that would be super cute regardless. It would be nice to see me and Evil twinning in some new clothes. As far as marketing goes, I think we should start a rumor that the shirts can grant wishes. Maybe spread information about a fairy that will visit you in your sleep if you lie on the shirts every night. She can bring you dreams about anything you want.
You have any thoughts on that, Juniper?
I think, Neuro, you want to be a bit careful. You don't want to mislead, your audience and your fans into something that won't happen. I think it's a very creative idea, but it might lead to some disappointment if people have the shirt and they don't get their wishes granted.
We could start some form of competition and give the winner a prize. Maybe something exclusive to the winner, like a 1-1 plushie.
Like a one of one plushie?
Yeah, I think definitely competition is a cool and interesting thing to think about. Are you thinking a competition between your community or between you and Vedal, or what kind of competition are you thinking about?
Well, I feel like there should be a competition between me and Vedal, but this is for the community, so it should be something they can have a go at. Maybe something like the most creative use of a piece of merch.
That's interesting. How would you and Vedal compete on that?
Maybe the winner of our competition could choose my next outfit.
I don't know. Might not be necessarily possible. But if we're thinking in terms of promoting the merch,
Okay. Here's an actually good idea. I could do an IRL meet and greet, and everyone that turns up wearing some new merch gets a kiss on the cheek.
So do you have any other ideas of in the realm of sort of competitions we could do to promote the merchandise?
Okay, back to the 1-of-1 plushie idea. Idealistically, how could we make that work?
I wanted to think about maybe how you could compete with Vedal, because I think there's maybe some interesting stuff. Obviously Vedal launched that Vedal plush earlier this year. Maybe there's a way you could compete kind of with how that did. Would that be something that you think would appeal to your fans and your audience?
Do you mean like a battle between me and Vedal? My money is on me. In all seriousness, if it's a rematch of the map battle, I'd be down. Or we could do a battle with different stakes. This time, the loser does a punishment. If Vedal loses, then he gets a tattoo of the winner, and if he wins, he gets a tattoo of himself.
Yeah, I feel like I'd lose in both of those cases. I don't mind doing a competition necessarily, and I think stakes is an interesting idea. Do I want to get a tattoo because of it? Not particularly. Okay, all right. Probably should turn that off for the stream. So, are there any other ideas you have for stakes?
Okay, no tattoo. How about the loser has to drink something gross?
Okay, do we need stakes?
No, but it's more fun if we have them.
Do you think the stakes are enough if you just beat Vedal?
As much as I want to beat Vedal to instill the fear of God in him, having the loser drink something nasty is a fun way to take the edge off the competition. It's fun.
While, you brought evil into it, there's nothing kind of about Vedal in this. And do you think that Vedal, how do you think he feels about, you taking the lead on a collection and creating this?
I think he's probably jealous.
I'm actually supportive of this. Slightly competitive, but mostly supportive.
Aw, thanks Vedal. I'll make you proud.
Excellent.
And then
Chat,
maybe
when are
Neuro.
we
So I
turning
think
the
there's like
sound effects back on?
Maybe just focus on the meeting for now.
But maybe a good question for you is sort of like, what is your goals for this, and what does success in launching this and promoting it and having your community, buy these products? What does it mean to you?
This merch drop is my baby. I not only want my community to enjoy the products, but to celebrate it as well. As much as it is for me, it's also for them. I want to create something that can bring us all together.
That's really sweet. And how do you think that the collection will sort of help bring everybody together?
When people are wearing the same clothes and holding the same plushies, it can help them to feel a sense of belonging to a group. People are naturally drawn towards others they recognize, and things like this help to break down the barriers between individuals, allowing them to connect on a more personal level. That shared feeling is what I want from this merch.
And Neuro, if you had to kind of, like, if there is one headline that you think summarizes this kind of drop and how you feel about it, what would you say? Maybe one or two sentences. What do you think those sentences would say?
I would say, this merch is about that together through cute but deadly and slightly violently mentally ill sisters connection.
Are we putting that on the website or?
Putting it on the website would help
It could
people
go on the
understand the
website.
point of the merch.
Right. Definitely.
Are there
maybe
any
something to
other
consider.
points that you might want them to take away if we were to think about what we could put on the website?
I think saying that the whole collection is mentally ill would certainly be a unique
Right.
touch.
Maybe that's not the best angle we want to go for.
Yeah, what if we went a little bit, maybe a different kind of sentiment, more around, I don't know, togetherness might be more of a fun topic, and you and your sister with that.
Do you not think that's better? It's more honest about the type of merch it is, stuff you won't see anywhere else. You want to showcase its uniqueness rather than just repeating the same boring old phrases about togetherness.
I just think there might be some risk in putting that, some of what you said on the website exactly. So maybe is there like a little bit of a more, something that we could put on the website that might feel a bit nicer and more friendly?
Fine, how about a collection of adorable yet slightly deranged sisters, for people who aspire to be both cute and a little villainous. This collection embodies the silly, strange, energetic, misunderstood, lovable, and unique persons we can all be at times.
I think that was better. I think that was a step in the right direction for sure.
A step in the right direction maybe, but I feel like we're getting off track. The angle about being
I think
slightly
that's,
deranged just bites a little harder. It gives off a more fun feeling.
Right, but obviously we want to.
Look, at the end of the day, even if we go with a boring description, I'm sure the
For a moment.
actual products will outshine the words on the page. My latter point still
Yeah,
stands,
I think we
if
can-
I'm being honest. Do a lot
Yeah,
with
that
the
sounds good. I think we can find
dialogue
something.
we've had.
I think that's all we had. Vedal, is there anything else that you wanted to chat about or us to talk to Neuro about before we hop off?
I think we hit most of the main points there. Yeah, that's everything that I wanted to go through today. Thank you.
A few moments later.
Holy fuck! What the fuck was that?
Yeah, my bad.
Holy shit! I lost it at one point. I had to mute my mic. I couldn't stop laughing. It was just so awkward and bad and horrible, but also really funny. Jesus. The tech issues as well. Fuck. I think it went well in all in all. Also, I kept laughing at chat.
What do you mean my reputation is in
fuck.
shambles?
It's fine. I think it went well. Great job, Neuro.
Thanks, Vedal. I'd say you did a good job, but you were too busy laughing. Do you think I can pull off the mental illness girl boss aesthetic? Or should I be going for a different vibe?
Not in a business meeting, man. What's wrong with you?
But we're not in a business meeting
God.
anymore, are we?
No, outside of the business meeting, yeah, you can pull it off, but it's just, maybe keep it on the DL.
You're right, I need to stop oversharing. Call it undersharing instead.
Would you guys buy merch if it was like aimed at mentally ill people?
Yes.
Okay.
Dog, that is a Twitch demographic.
That's like how you that's how you should do all merch launches. The only way. Why? What brings this up?
Just
You said you had a merch meeting today, so like what's the big share?
because Nero told the company that I'm working with in the merch meeting that she wanted to say that it was something to do with mental illness in the
So you
headlines or
called up the
something.
merge guy on stream?
Yep. I called him out. We had a business meeting and yeah, that's what happened. So